Horses, boats, bikes, trains, cars, planes. Transportation has always been on the forefront of new technology. It's made us more in control, in better communication with our loved ones, and most importantly, it's made us safer. With the emergence of machine learning, it's only a matter of time that AI becomes the mainstream in transport of our everyday lives. In our group, we make that next step today so we can change the future tomorrow. By creating a simulated autonomous sailboat, our team is innovating one of the most difficult terrains of transportation, the ocean. Here, the sailboat adjusts its sail and rudder angles autonomously to navigate the waters to reach its chosen destination.
Designing a autonomous sailboat was very interesting experience, as we had initially had a lot of cool design, but then we found out that just purchasing a RC sailboat and then switching it to autonomous sailboat was much cheaper options than the options that we previously had. So thanks to our sponsors, we were able to purchase a RC sailboat, take everything out inside, and then hooking up Arduino, GPS, micro weather carrier, and attaching the sensors into our mast. We were able to just simply use the motors that came with the sailboat, and then basically connect the motors to Arduino so that the sensors that gathers environmental data can send to micro weather carrier, and then data collected from the micro weather carrier gets transferred over to Arduino, so that Arduino is basically brain of the autonomous sailboat. So yeah, it was definitely a cool experience, which I never had done before, but from this project I learned a lot.
This project was to first create a simulation. The simulation can be broken down into three parts: a mathematical model, a controller, and a path planning algorithm. The first thing that we built on simulation was the mathematical model. The mathematical model contains the equations which cover the general dynamics of the boat, and they sort of tell us how the boat would move in still water. And then we added three controllers to the boat, like the P, PD, and sign controller, and then we connected those controllers to a path planning algorithm that guides the boat from point A to point B, as was our objective for the project. So the goal was to have the simulation create as real-world-like scenarios as possible, and by the end of last year, by the middle of this month, we were able to complete this, and then we were further able to enhance our path planning algorithm and controllers for the actual boat. We were able to connect it with sensors, and we were able to connect it with GPS, thus making this project a success.
So it's a really sustainable project because you're not using fuel, you're not really using a lot of energy, just a small battery at the moment, and you can make it, as I said earlier, use a solar panel if we expanded and went on to a larger boat. Now, from a patentability perspective, this is actually a really unique project that doesn't really infringe on much prior art. For example, we have a very unique path planning algorithm that applied in both simulation and in the real world. We also have our controller design, which is also uniquely made. I did look at some prior art that existed, and while there are some things that exist in different fields, whether it's on planes or it's on boats, the actual uniqueness of our idea is very novel. Doesn't infringe on any prior art, and it would make it non-obvious if one were to go forward and patent it under USC 102 and USC 103. So the kind of combination of the sustainability and the patentability is really what makes our project stand out.
Utilizing design controller systems and a path planning algorithm, the steps from this project further prove that autonomous transport on water on one of the most unstable, unpredictable vessels is indeed possible. And if our project has accomplished this today, who knows how much we'll accomplish tomorrow.